Hi, I'm Kelly at Book and Paper Arts. And about 140 years ago ish, the philosopher William James said, to change one's life, do it immediately, be flamboyant, and no exceptions. I love this quote so much. And it is a good place to start because today I want to talk about how to change your life by using a diary. I talk a lot about making and keeping visual diaries, but this is different. Today I want to talk about how you can get closer to your dreams and desires by getting them down on a piece of paper. And speaking of paper, I'm going to do this old school and read from notes. For some of us, it is scary to write down our wildest dreams and desires, even in a private diary. There is something hardwired in us, an internal editor that says things like, you don't deserve it. You don't deserve your dreams and desires. Or maybe a version of that is, who am I? Who am I to have a big and gorgeous and creative life? Another version of that might be, what happens if I write it down and somebody reads it? Now, I teach journal arts, and whenever someone says that, what I hear them saying is, what if I write it down and I read it? What if I write it down and I read it and it doesn't happen that way, and then I've blown my chance forever and it's never coming back, and it's all because I wrote it down? You'd be surprised how many times I have heard versions of that. Well, today I have a super tool for getting around the internal editor. And you probably are going to have to go around her because she's not going anywhere. That tool is a cheap notebook. It is important that it is a cheap notebook. This exercise is not for your pretty blank books with the lovely covers. You need to go to Poundland or Dollar Tree and the grocery store and spend $1, $50, or a pound and get the cheapest school notebook you can find. Now, here's why. Because the cheaper you are with your notebook, the more extravagant you can be with your thoughts. That is because no one, not even your the meanest internal editor there is going to tell you that your thoughts and dreams are not worth $1.50. They're not. So, go get the cheapest notebook that you can find and be outrageous. Tell it everything. Scheme and think and roll the imagination dice and go big. So you've got your cheap notebook. You need something to write with. Nothing fancy. Go check out that drawer that's in the kitchen with the batteries in it and dig out a pen. It's good enough. That'll work. There's some puppies outside. Now you need to go be alone. Go sit under a tree. Sit in the back seat of your car in the driveway. Maybe go work in the library. I love to write in the library. They have good tables. It's consistently quiet. And no one's going to cross-examine you about why you're going to the library. If you say, I'm just going to the library, you're good. So you've got your notebook, something to write with, and you're going to find a way and how to be alone for a little while. Now you're going to write. What are you going to write? Well, I have some ideas and some prompts. I might as well tell you right now that they are mostly cliches. But there's a reason why they are cliches, why we hear them over and over again, and that is because they are very sound ideas and sound questions. By the way, I have written these all down, and they are in the text box below this video, so you don't have to scramble and take notes. You can just go check those out after. If I could redesign my life, what would it look like? If I could do anything and I knew that I wouldn't fail, what would I do? If I could try anything and I knew that nothing could possibly stop me, what would I try? What do I want more than anything else? What do I want to try more than anything else? And finally, my question that I go to over and over in my own work, and that is, what do I need to do to die with the right regrets? Write the question down, choose a question or a prompt, one of your own, write it down, and then start to write. And write and write and write. You don't even really have to think about it, just write about it. Brainstorm, add details, be bold. It's just $1.50. If you are thinking about this and you still feel clenched up, uncertain, like you don't think you can do this, you can't begin, try this. Try this exercise, but do it by writing about yourself in third person. And by that I mean, imagine that there's somebody that you have an unseen comrade, someone that you trust, a friend, a coach, a therapist, someone who is on your side no matter what, someone who is fierce, and someone who is not here for your modesty, false or otherwise. Now imagine that this unseen comrade asks you the question in third person. If you could try anything, what would it be? And write it down like that. Write down, if you could try anything, what would you try? And then start to write out the answer. Answer your friend, your coach. Tell him, tell her on paper. If you find that you write out the question, what do I want more than anything else? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know. Then try this. Write out, physically write out. Okay, fair enough. But if you did know what you wanted more than anything else in the world, if you did know what that was, what would it be? Then start writing. If that sounds crazy, that, I have to tell you, that is my biggest, baddest idea unblocking technique that I got. It works. So try it. And that is it for today, because that's a lot. What I've given you, this homework, this exercise, it's a lot. But I'm going to be back tomorrow. Please join me then, because when you have your big, bold, mad, rambling confession manifesto list thingy, I've got some ideas of how you can take this and turn it into a roadmap and a game plan. So please join me for that. if you yourself have any ideas or prompts or tips that get you unstuck and thinking about your goals and dreams and desires and how to get closer to them, why not put them in the comments below this video? And then we can all read them and share and compare notes. Okay, until tomorrow, get up and go make a diary.